My name is Klaryzza. I am a part of the band called the Unwavering. We joined Starkana I believe it was last summer, and we won. We won it as grand champions. Unfortunately, after the event, after winning a trophy and a bunch of medals, we did not receive the cash prize that was promised by the committee, as well as a chance to get a recording contract by under Benny's Saturno, I believe.
So how much was your cash prize?
The cash prize that I received, or the cash prize that was promised?
That you were promised and you were supposed to receive.
I believe it was in the form of an email that was sent to us. We were promised that after winning, if we win the contest, we'll get $1,000. But we tried following up with them after the contest, but it never happened.
When you say them, who are they?
I really don't want to drop names, but
no, at least those people who are involved in
those
this.
people that are involved. But the problem with is I'm in contact with the event coordinators, they don't really have a direct involvement with the committee themselves, like whoever is in charge of, like, I guess the treasury or the president and stuff like that. I was merely dealing with people that are under them who are promoting the event, who are supporting contestants like us, making sure that the event goes well. And I feel bad because I don't necessarily think that it's their fault. She mentioned, what's his name, Oswald, and there was another name.
Oswald Tugari was the president of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce Toronto.
Yes.
In 2014. So that means you had to deal with him?
I had to, because when I was messaging the event coordinators.
Who was that?
Her name was Cheryl.
Cheryl, okay.
Yeah, nicest lady. Of course, she doesn't have any answer for me as to where our cash prize went. So she gave me Oswald's email, and then there was another guy. I forgot his name. So I emailed both of them, and no response. I called, no response. So I emailed.
Do you know who this guy was?
I forgot his name, but if you mention another name, that's.
Was it with the Chamber of Commerce, yes, or with Starkana?
With Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
So I've been emailing them back and forth, and I did not get any response from them. So finally I called them, and I think I was a little.
Who is them?
I can only remember Oswald.
Okay. So when you say them, you're referring to the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Starkana, because I don't know who the members of the committee is for that contest alone. But I know that it was under the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
They're the ones that are like heading that contest. So I did call him, and the first time that I spoke to him, I mean, you can understand my frustration, right? So I told him that we were promised. We literally spent money on renting equipment, on renting a place where the band can practice, and we did that for months. And then we sold tickets, so that, because a part of the judging criteria is, again, popularity. So the more tickets that you sell, the higher your percentage of winning the contest. So we did spend a lot of money on that one. And
when you say a lot, how much was a lot?
I would say ballpark. I would say like $500.
Your band is called Unwavering Band. It's one of the contestants at the, what do you call that?
Starkana Band Explosion.
The Band Explosion, which was a segment of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce's Filipinas Expo in 2014.
Yes.
So what happened there?
There's two parts to the contest. The first part was the elimination round, where we have to register to get in there. It was $100 to register. I think it was $100 to register, and we have there's two criteria. Number one is your usual, musicality, audience impact, and stuff like that, or originality. And then the other one is, your how many tickets will you sell, or how many likes on Facebook will you get. So that's that. The elimination round, we won first place, and then there were 3 bands that were selected. So all 3 bands moved on to the grand finale, and I think it was held at the Metro Convention Center, if I'm not mistaken. And at that time, it's the same. There are tickets to get in, and the criteria is the same. You would have to sell tickets. The more tickets that you would sell, the more points that you get for the popularity part of the criteria, and we won that as well. So funny enough, when they were awarding us, they gave us a huge trophy and a medal, and we're like, okay, we're waiting for the envelope to be given to us where the money is, right? But it never came. So me and my bandmates were looking at each other and we're like, this is like, we already have a feeling that we're not gonna get it, but we're hopeful that this is not, that this competition is different from the other ones that we've heard of, because we've had a good experience so far. So the ceremony ended, we got our medals, we got our trophy, but we never got our cash prize. So the event coordinator promised us that within a week's time we'll be able to get it. So a week passed, and I didn't hear anything from them. I never heard anything from them. So I tried to contact Cheryl.
Yeah, okay.
And
she's with the chamber.
Yes. So she was she told me to contact Ray and Oswald.
Ray meaning Ray Ching.
Okay. And Oswald, but I don't have their email address. But she provided that to me. And any correspondence that I give to Cheryl, I think she forwards it to Ray Ching and to Oswald. But again, going back and forth with emails, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting any response. So I called them numerous times, and finally I got a guy picked up. I believe it was Oswald. And he basically told me, we only have $700. We can give that to you as your cash prize. And you know what? Looking back now, thinking about it, I should have gotten the $700. At least I have at least I have $700. But out of spite, like I told him, on the contract that was given to us via email, you told us that our cash price would be $1,000. So $700 is not acceptable for me. And then he goes, you know what? I guess his excuse was, they have a lot of expenses. That's why they can't give our cash price. Well, I told him, not my problem. I'm not the one that, organized this contest. And when you're organizing something, you should know your costs, and that's including the price. Sorry, that's including the price. That's including paying for the venue, paying for whoever artist that you would bring from the Philippines, and making sure that everything is covered. And it's not my problem if you're short of money. If you promise someone that you're going to give them that, you have to give them that, and you have to hold on to your word. But didn't happen. So Oswald kept on bouncing me back and forth. Talk to Ray.
So you said Oswald Togadik, he kept on bouncing you back and forth?
Yeah. So I would speak to Oswald either via email or phone, and he would tell me that, contact Ray. And when I email
Ray Ching.
And then every time I would email Ray would flip me back to Oswald, and then back and forth. No one's taking responsibility of what's going on in this one. So I've sent a bunch of emails, CC'd a bunch of people, and some responses were, I don't even know why I'm included in this email, this is not my responsibility, stuff like that. And some people just decide to ignore and not respond to me, and at all. At one point, I was really willing to take this one step further, out of spite and out of I guess frustration and disappointment with the Chamber of Commerce, and really wanted to get a lawyer. But how much would it cost me to pay a lawyer? I'm pretty sure it's going to cost me more than what I will get from them. And that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people are not able to take this issue one step further, because it will cost us money. And for what? I don't know what they're gonna get charged up, and I don't even know if they're ever gonna learn, because I don't know how the system works like that, or what kind of penalty that they would have to pay. But I was really willing to do that just to teach people, and not to do something like that.
So have you considered filing a lawsuit in the small claims court?
I did. I considered. I've searched in the internet, see where I should go. Should I go to the police? Should I go to like a lawyer, or to file a complaint? But then again, I know that filing a complaint would cost me money. I already spent a lot. My band spent a lot already practicing, renting a studio to rehearse. We've skipped a lot of activities just so that we can meet up and rehearse. Time is money as well, something that you cannot repay ever. All the time that we wasted for, I shouldn't say wasted, but the time that we spent for this, it's money as well. That's precious, for us. And all the things like transportation, gas, and mileage towards the car, and wear and tear and stuff like that. That's something that you have to take into consideration. And if I file a lawsuit, I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost me at least $1,500. So I already spent $500 preparing for the contest. I never got $1,000 back, and I'm gonna spend another $1,500 just to file a lawsuit when I don't even know if I'm gonna get, if ever they would pay me, because what's their excuse? They don't have any money, right?
So who said that they don't have money? It was Oswald. And what was that? What time was that? I mean, when was that?
Based on the emails that I have, it was almost a month.
A month after the contest? After
the contest.
Okay.
That's how long we've been going back and forth. And
so you mean in September 2014?
Yes.
Okay. So from that month until now, there's nothing from them?
No. I stopped. I gave up.
Oh, just like that?
Not just like that. It's just like, really, what am I going to do? Go to Chamber of Commerce and yell at them? And what are they going to give me, an apology? And, I don't know what these people need in order for them to learn. And if this interview with you will make a difference, and I hope that it does.
Okay, Sally.
So did you ever contact them?
Who?
Again? The people at the Chamber of Commerce, and then Raching?
A few months after the last email that I've sent him, I did contact him. Just a follow-up. And I get the same response. Either speak to Ray or speak to Oswald, or no response at all. And, it's like chasing a ghost. Like, I'm not going anyware, and instead of wasting my time following up with people that are not going to give me any answers, or are not willing to admit their fault, or has the audacity to do whatever they're doing. And I think after the contest they had another event, and I'm like, you just told me that you don't have any funds, to give me my money, to give the other contestants their money after winning, but you're able to hold another event. which is mind-blowing to me, because if you don't have the funds, you can't make an event. If you have funds, you can make an event. But what I'm saying is pay your dues first and then move on to the next one, which up until now they haven't done. And I don't even know like how many times they were able to do this, because, and that's the thing, people can get away with it easily. You know, I'm not the type of person that gives up easily, but in this case I did, and because I'm not going anywhere. And I think they're just crossing their fingers that, you know, no one would actually spend money, you know, finding a lawyer, filing a complaint towards them, and, you know, get them, I don't know, sue them, because it costs money to find a lawyer and to file a lawsuit.